Welcome on in, everybody. Happy Friday. Happy release day. Here we are, baby. We got Nikki, Rocinante, Auntie Ladane, Mello, Lori coming in with a sub. I had to reset up all my alerts and everything yesterday, so if it's all kind of fucked up, I apologize. I've been fighting with OBS all week, so we'll see. I hope this stream can hold up for an hour or so. We can make this happen here. Rocinante, Nikki, Auntie Ladane, Mello, good to see you. Jurassic Punk, Toma, Alex, Matt, good to see you. Knights of Knee, thank you everybody for tuning in. Kesselos, good to see you, dude. Toma, did I say Toma? I think I did. Everybody follow Alex. Awesome, is good to see you. Welcome on in, welcome on in. How is everybody doing? How are we all doing? Happy Friday, everybody. Lavender Smoke, welcome in. Lori coming in 52 months. I think I rang the bell already. Let's ring it again. Thank you for that sub. Thank you for that resub. Yeah, stop subbing. You're a mod. So far seems all right. I think it's pretty smooth on my end. Let me just focus something else and we'll see if we're going to be in trouble here. How's that looking? Is that okay? I'm getting like a slight little chop on my end, but it looks okay. Priscilla, good to see you. Anna and the fam. Anna and the family are making empanadas today. My sister and her husband make empanadas and sell them, and they're fucking amazing. It is release day, everybody. Can you believe it? Holy schmolies here. Let me, I'm just going to move this chat box. Like I said, I had to redo all this the other day. Benevolent Dictator, welcome on in. Benevolent Dictator for life. Is this Guido Van Rossum himself? Welcome on in, welcome on in. It's actually happening. We're releasing it today. I can't even believe it. It's been a very long time coming. This project that I thought was going to take me 3 to 5 weeks has taken about 9 months. And the 84 years of dev. Speech. I don't have it much prepared, but this was a project. So I've been making games as a hobby for 5 years. Everyone here's heard the spiel a billion fucking times. Rich, good to see you, dude. But my big problem is just never finishing projects, just either losing interest, they get too big, out of scope, whatever. So I challenged myself to make a small, easy game that I thought would take a month, maybe 2 months. And I started it I can't remember if it was March or April last year. I started pissing around. So I had 2 challenges for myself with this project. The first was just to get it finished. The second was to work outside of a full game engine and learn kind of how developing works at a little bit lower level. I'd never even used VS Code or a text editor to write code. I was always just doing that right in the engines. So I wanted to do all that. I didn't want to use any libraries. I didn't have kids when I started this project. I was in high school when I started this project. I wrote all my own collision code, my own animation libraries. I wrote the music. I did most of the art. I used a couple sprites from a sprite pack. I used a sound effects pack. But overall, I did the vast majority of it just hand rolling it myself and making all these mistakes and all these errors. But here we are. We did it. 10,000 lines of code, and we're rocking. Knights of Knee with the 100 bits. Swiftflux, guys, Julian. Swiftflux is my friend Julian. And we were little nerds together in I think I met Julian in grade 2. It was so much fun, Julian. I loved it. I loved hand rolling all of it. It was a pain in the ass. A huge pain in the ass at times. There's like some Love 2D libraries out there that you can just download and use. But I had so much fun. I learned an unbelievable amount that I'm going to be able to take into the next projects now. So I had so much fun. I like reinventing the wheel. The thing with game dev that has been the most exciting for me is the programming aspect of it. And that's the part that I've really fallen in love with. So hand rolling all my own shit was a blast. Alex with a 5 bomb. That's a lot of subs, dude. I really appreciate that. Big Davy B, Killer King, The Spazin, Toby, and Dur Fabby. Thank you for those subs. I really appreciate that. I raw dogged it all the way through. I uploaded the last builds like 10 fucking minutes ago. Like literally this morning I was making some changes. I'm like, oh fuck. And the icons weren't working. I was like trying to get the icons to show up properly in like Finder and stuff, and it wasn't working. I was losing my goddamn mind about 15 minutes ago. But here we are. So the plan. Yeah, can't believe we got Spaceman before we got GTA 6. So because I uploaded these builds 10 minutes ago, I'll be happy if they just run. You know, I'm sure there are going to be, it was a very short and small playtesting process. I'm sure there are going to be bugs and just even little quality of life things that people are going to find that they want. I think I've been trying to think about this, what the best way would be if you have like you find a bug or whatever. I think just commenting on the itch.io page. I don't know if you can send messages on itch.io, but just commenting there and then it's all centralized and I'll do my best to fix this stuff as soon as I can. Fun and a pain in the ass, hand rolling implementation. Yeah, absolutely. Like the thing that I find the most fun is like the coding and sort of this was the first time I had to actually architect a software program, right? And think about how the modules communicate with each other and all that shit. And it's so much fun. Okay, so shall we? Shall we do this? Let me see here. If I go here. Oh, there should be a game command I just added to. Let's see if it works. Yeah, baby. There you go. Okay, let's do it. Where's my... I'll go to my dashboard here. The game is free. There's an option to donate. Please do not feel obligated. I just put it on there because why not? Okay, so I think if I just uncheck these two boxes, and then let me change this, Spaceman is now... Spaceman is available now. And I hit save, and I hit view page, and there you go. You should be able to click the download button, download your version. I got Mac and Windows. I'm sorry, Linux bros. I didn't have a Linux machine to test it on, but there you go. So you should be able to hit that exclamation point game. It should bring you to the link. You should be able to click that and play it and enjoy. I recommend playing with a controller if you have a controller. It's very difficult with the keyboard. We're going to do a playthrough here. Look at that smooth frame rate. Hey, don't jinx it. Knock on wood. Let's do a playthrough. See if I can beat my own game here. So I'm actually going to run the actual build. I'm not even going to go into the project files. I'm going to play the actual app bundle that I made here. Let me get the chat going on my laptop here. And let's rip through it. Live now, baby. Woo! Open spaceman.app. Another Crawford baby has been born. Everybody follow Freezing. Freezing is the man. Should have called in sick today. Hell yeah. All right, let's go. Just crashes immediately. I think everything's set to the defaults. Everything should be working. Feel free to get yourself a copy and play along. Here we go. I'm still worried I made it. Yeah, you got to witness the birth. I'm still worried I made it too easy, but we'll see. I made some changes last night that made it a little bit easier overall. Narrate what Captain Cole says? Okay. Ah, damn it. How's it looking? How's the frame rate and everything? Are we smooth on stream? I don't have OBS up, so. Birthday party tonight? Hell yeah, smooth. Gerda, have a good one. Smooth, thank Christ. It's too easy. Game's too damn easy. Elanuka coming in with the sub. Thank you, Elanuka, for the sub. I'll ring the bell here. I won't lie to you, Spaceman. You could be doing better out there. Dash through enemies to kill them. And use your missiles. One death. Socks Main, welcome on in. Sorry, I'm having problems with OBS, so none of my commands are working. Mortis, gotta get that sound back. We'll see. I may have spoken too soon. So I changed these last night. I made a last minute change. The blue bullets, they like penetrate and go through the enemies. Initially there was just a 3, like it would go through 3 enemies and then they would disappear. But I think people didn't really know what they did, which is a problem. So now they go through everything. Penetrate, boink. Earlier train, let's go, dude. Lightning is something you should generally avoid. Try moving away from it. Exclamation point game, Maddie. Also good to see you. One of the biggest challenges was I wrote my own auto tiling system so that I could just plop the so I could just plop the tiles in to a PNG file and it would automatically automatically tile it up. And one change that I made just before the stream is you're even less likely to spawn hearts now. And I might have made it, we'll see. I might have made it too unlikely to spawn hearts. Tiles are the terrains, so you'll see the way they connect to one another are not all the same. It's not just the same image. So if there's one on a corner, it has to have kind of like a corner. And if they connect to each other, they have to be open on the sides. And if there's one just all by itself, it has to be all by itself. You'll see more of this kind of, it's like this sort of icy, rocky terrain here. You'll see more of it coming up. As opposed to these ice blocks, which are all the exact same image. So you'll see right up here, for example, where's my mouse? Oh, it's because I'm full screen. But right up at the top there, you can see the tiles, the way that there's the corner one, and then there's the middle one that doesn't have any of the X or the ice on the end of it and that kind of a thing. So I wrote some code that would allow it to, each tile checked for its neighboring tiles and then decided what sprite to show. That took a little while. And it was mostly just hard coding all these values in. It's okay, Spaceman. I remember my first time flying a ship too. You can do it. Magnus Moons with 5 bomb. Dude, thank you so much. That's a lot of subs. Whistleful, Eltoff, Bzz, Dre, Aiken, and Cup of Pixels getting subs. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I can show you the sprite sheet after, too. Magnus, thank you, my dude. I really appreciate that. I'll have a first time. Ooh, boink. Conrad, good to see you, dude. Welcome in. There we go. Oh, there's a heart. Ooh. Richie, out of here. Have a good one, dude. Let me know what you think if you get a chance to play it. And please, if you don't mind, the more you comment on that, I hate to do all this bullshit, but it's just part of it. The more you comment on that itch.io page, the better it'll do on itch and all that stuff. If you don't mind leaving a comment, that would be great. And any bugs you find, let me know. Let me know on the itch.io. All right, here we go. Boss fight time, baby. To me, the game does still feel too easy, but I learned through the playtesting process that it is much easier for me than it is for anyone else. So I hope it's not too easy, because I want people to get a couple hours out of it at least, you know? Oops. I shouldn't speak too soon. Put a couple hours still haven't beat it. Okay, since you played it, I think I can't remember what version you were playing, but I have made a few changes that make it generally a little bit easier. But I also have played it like a million fucking times, obviously. One of the attacks in the first phase we didn't even see. There we go. Blast all the little goopy guys. Booyah. It's my mouth doing that pop sound. No game overs. I'll do another one where I die, just to show the game over screen, because I think it's kind of neat. Take that, you bastard. We did it, baby. Boom. And that's it. That's the game. We did it, baby. Now I'm a real spaceman. I earned the approval of Commander Cole. Thank you, everybody. It's kind of silly to think about how much time was spent making such a short little experience, but you know what? I'm proud of it. It's not perfect by any means, but it was all hand-rolled and... merch, absolutely. Yes, you're right. I haven't yet. I'm sorry, Freezing. I really want to, but this week has just been absolute crunch. This weekend, I'm planning on playing it. Maybe I'll even stream it. Okay, let's die here. Let's get a game over. Could maybe even make that merch today, because that was fast. It's only 12:30. Ooh, lapel pin of the ship. That's a cool idea. I wonder if Streamlabs has something like that. We should look through the Streamlabs catalog and see what kind of interesting shit we can come up with. Brought you back to the childhood? Hell yeah, dude. That's exactly what I was going for. I was just going for the nostalgia, look, feel, and sound. There's the game over screen. And that is it. Ladies and gentlemen, we did it. You had your dad playing it? Dude, that's awesome. This little animation, he's kind of like looking around and stuff while he waits for you. That was Anna's idea. Thank you, Magnus. I appreciate that. There we are, baby. Humanity is doomed. We're done. Commander Clark Cole. Hey. That's fan fiction there, buddy. You relax over there. We did it, guys. Thank you so much. Thanks, everyone. I was saying, I just realized the chat is like right on my fucking face that whole time. Here, let me change that. There we go. Sorry about that. Classic blunder. Thank you to everyone who has been tuning in. I know most of you know about the stream because I'm a banjo player and I've been doing a lot of coding on stream, so I appreciate those of you hanging in there and tuning in, even though it's something completely different and not the most riveting content when you're just kind of typing code into a terminal and debugging the tiniest little things. Benevolent Dictator, whole Empanada crew tuned in. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Layrina, welcome in. Hell yeah. I hope the Empanada crew enjoyed it. A round of applause. If I had a good working system, I could play the sound effect, but my shit was broken all week. I'm just happy that this stream even worked. Thank you, Anna. I really appreciate that. I do have a stream full of good people. Thank you all very, very much. Everybody follow Layrina. Layrina streams. I didn't even know that till recently. Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate that. Now, what are we going to do? That's a good question. It's only 12:30. Oh, I can relax. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you. What we could do is maybe we could maybe make a little Spaceman merch. Make a t-shirt. Stare at each other. Play again. Fuck that. I've played this game too many goddamn times. Let's get naked. Ooh. Damn. Okay, let's make a shirt or two or three. That should be pretty easy on Streamlabs, and we'll see what else we can do. Time to make a beat 'em up, dude. The amount of ideas I have. If y'all thought we were going back to banjo after this, you were wrong. I have so many. I was looking through my list of ideas because I'm sorry to everyone who's heard me. Part of the stream is me just thinking out loud. So you guys have been fucking hearing this shit for months, but part of the reason I wanted to make something small and easy is because I just want to get more reps in of the entire cycle. Like I just want to do the whole thing from very start to a full release multiple times. So before I work on like a bigger project, I want to make some really tiny ones, like really tiny. And I was looking through my list of like tiny game ideas, and some of them are kind of neat. So it's going to be fun to start. I think I'm just going to start prototyping like a couple little ideas and just see sort of what grabs me and what doesn't and that kind of thing. Start an OnlyFans. Now we're talking. Hell yeah. The things I've seen. You're my to-do list. Yeah, exactly. Eric Hetzler, good to see you. How are you doing, man? How are you and Lynn doing? Only feet. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, just to increase my skills as a developer, I want to release some tiny games. Scorched Earth. What's that? What's a Scorched Earth type? I have like idea for like some little word games, like casual, almost like phone apps. Like I want to make maybe an app. I got an idea. It's kind of like Candy Crush, but you're making words. You're just kind of moving the tiles around, like shit like that. So Julian, my plan right now is to, because I know Lua and Love 2D pretty well right now, prototype in Love 2D. And I think like prototype in Love 2D and then switch to mono game, because two reasons. First of all, I've never really written any like C flavored languages and never really worked with like statically typed compiled languages. It's all been like Lua and like a little bit of Python. I've done a little bit of C#. My bot that I made or that I used on my Windows was all written in C#, but that's just like really just kind of like calling API functions. So just to like work in like a statically typed kind of C flavored language, and monogame has also a really good cross-platform support. So write some the stuff that I've prototyped so far has just been I've been writing it in Lua, but really like OOP style, very basically like trying to think if I were to translate this, writing code that I could translate like 1-to-1 to C#, basically. Oh, set out to make a game. I did it. Pretty cool. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Kesselos, good luck. Hell yeah. I can't wait either. I'm excited to move on. I'm not going to lie. This was a lot of fun, but it took so long, and I'm very, very excited to move on from it. Forces you to write better code. Totally, man. Totally. Even like, so I wrote really procedural, like I wrote real messy shit code for this project. Very procedural and like even functional, where I'm like passing functions around, to other functions and that kind of shit. Not worrying about types, changing the types of things, like if at like middle of the code, shit like that. So I started using the Lua language server, and you can use that to like write classes, and it kind of like adds a type system to Lua. So it's kind of good practice. A link in the shit chords. Even be converted to mobile. Yeah, I thought about doing a mobile release for this one, but I just think it maybe at some point. Maybe at some point. Okay, shitcord DMs. Let me see here. What do we got? Scorched Earth. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I don't have my Stream Deck working here. Let's go here. I already like what I'm seeing. I love this super retro shit. Okay, type a name in, buddy. Let's go. I'm gonna zip it ahead. Oh, dude, actually, yes, I have written. This is one of the ideas in my small games. I used to play one. I think it was like a Flash game that was similar to this, where you're just kind of lining up your shots, like trying to get the power and like angle right to shoot the other cannon. I used to play one of these as a kid. I'm trying to think of like the games that I used to sit there and just play for hours and hours as a kid. So yeah, that's a great idea. Go play Stardew Valley with the sister. Hell yeah, Maddie. I appreciate you tuning in. Roger, thank you, my dude. Good to see you. Anything in there if the controller disconnects, the game pauses? No, I don't have that. That's a good thing to add. Worms was kind of similar. Yeah. Yeah, totally. Worms was awesome. That's actually another one that I played a lot of. A good call on the controller disconnect. I'm going to write that down. I can patch that up this weekend. Game pause if controller disconnects. Cool. Yeah, Worms is an amazing version of that idea. So good. I loved Worms. QBasic called Bananas. Just learned the hard way. Kate, good one. Kitten Cannon. I don't know if it was that one. I actually remember playing it on my grandpa's computer in his little computer room when I was a kid. That one, and I want to make like a room escape. That's another one that's on there. Like just a short kind of deductive reasoning game. I loved room escape games as a kid. Yeah, some word games. What else? Let's just look at this list here. I had a whole bunch of them. Oh yeah, one where it's kind of like reverse Pac-Man. So I don't know if you guys remember. There's one time we were on stream and I was talking about this time I picked up a snake and then I smelled my hands after and my hands smelled really bad. And incremental game would be cool, but I think a little bit bigger project because they can go crazy. And someone said in chat, they called me a snake sniffer. And I thought that was a good idea. Like it sounded like a good name for a game. So I was trying to think of what that could be. And had an idea for like a reverse Pac-Man thing almost, where like there's 4 snakes in the box, kind of like the ghosts. But instead of the ghosts catching you, you're trying to catch all the snakes. And you grab a snake and then you sniff it. And you have like a limited amount of time to get all the snakes. And then if you get all the snakes, or how does this work? However many snakes you get before the time ends, you start with 4, and then you start the next level with however many you got. So if you got 3, you start the next one with 3, and you got to catch all 3 snakes, and then you go until you don't catch any snakes. That was one. The Tetris with letters one. That one I prototyped a bit. Wasn't as fun as I was hoping. Scrabble-based game. One, yeah, I don't know. There's all kinds. There's all fucking kinds. But anyways, we're going to be prototyping and fucking around a lot. Not far away from the boss. Damn. And Butts in Space. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure lots of these games already exist. Anyway, let's make some merch. Let's throw in some tunes here. We'll keep going with Crystal Castles. Okay, let's go to the near the boss already. Yeah, that I'm like, shit. I made it way too fucking easy. Damn it. You're supposed to die a bunch of times. 18 gigs of old DOS games. Dude, actually, that would be sick. Is it good? I never played it. Fuck, maybe I did make it too easy. Anyways, people who have play tested it, play the latest builds and let me know if it is too easy, because I can always patch it to make it just a little bit tougher. Yeah, the knife. Dude, the knife is so good. Always so good. It's like one of those things where, I don't know, it was so hyped up. I don't know if it really looks like my kind of thing. Finding the balance is tough for sure. Yeah, I might have gone a little bit too easy, but if that's the case, I'll patch it up. You did die a few times? Okay. Turn-based combat, yep. Oh, is that in Expedition 33? See, I hated turn-based combat until I started playing these roguelikes. And now I like them. Zombie Army 5, dude, hell yeah. Okay, let's go to... I can't even remember how to do this. Merch store. Yeah, I hated turn-based until I started playing these like deck builder games, and then I really started to enjoy it. Okay, let's start with the t-shirt since that's easy. Okay, so what do we want on the t-shirt? Are we thinking Commander Cole? Are we thinking the eyeball? What are we thinking? How do you actually make merch? I can't even remember. Instant note for you. Yeah, you're not into the turn-based. Hey, Arid, what's up, dude? 48 months. Just battles and shops. Honestly, yeah, that's basically what Balatro is, and it's so fucking good. The deck building it's actually really fun. I was always kind of against them because I was like, why would I play cards if I'm trying to play a video game? But Inscription is the one that really sold me on that concept. I loved that game. Okay, products. Create a new item. There it is. Derp. Pliggy coming with us up 35 months. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hearthstone? I've actually never played it. Is it good? I've heard of that game.